Hello, Rosebud. Sorry, it's a plane going over the car. If you can't quite hear me too well right now, welcome to the Rose Garden. If this is your first time seeing my face, my name is Kimberly Ann. I create content to help people get out of dark places and transform their lives the same way I had to over these last few years, and it has been a very amazing journey. It ain't always been easy, but it's been amazing, especially to be in the energy that I am now, because I never imagined that I would be as calm and peaceful and happy as I am now. And I am. I thank God for being here and being able to help others get here as well. Shout out to my homegirl Keisha again. Girl, listen, she saw my video yesterday and it resonated with her so much, and it was like, she told me it was like her confirmation to keep going. And honey, listen, I'm sending you love and light, baby. The best thing in the world is when you make a decision that's for you and you stand on it. I'm trying to tell y'all, listen, it ain't no joke. So, and the rewards that come afterwards is great, like really great. You know what I'm saying? Don't expect for them to come like right away, but if you just feel within yourself, you'll definitely feel like, okay, there's something grand coming, because that's your reward for choosing you. Okay. So I got like this little white orb just flying around in my car. Woo. I don't know what you are, but get out. Okay. I don't know if you all saw my post yesterday that I posted and told you to read Psalms 13. I suggest for my rosebuds, and I'm showing this because this book has helped me quite a bit. I know it's backwards, but it's called The Power of Psalms. And this literally, oh my goodness, and on the back, it has the Serenity Prayer, which is so crazy because the day before my daughter and I met another young lady at her school with autism in the 3rd grade, I said something in regards to, I'm hearing the Serenity Prayer, the courage to change the things that I can, you know, this, that, and the other. And then next morning, we met a young lady named Serenity. I never even paid attention that this prayer was on the back of this book. That's bad. But don't judge me. Don't judge me. So, as y'all can see, like I go through this book. I've flagged several things that I use these Psalms for. I'm not saying that I go through this book every day. I don't. But I pulled this book out yesterday before my reading got hijacked yesterday. And it's so funny because on the way home, I had actually saw a car and it said Psalms 13 on its license plate. And I'm like, I have not brought this book in this car with me at all. Like, it went Amazon to the house. It has never been in my car. So for me to have grabbed this book yesterday, and I kind of understand why Spirit delayed me in actually tapping into this, but it told me to bring it with me. It wanted me to put it in my, so I created myself like a little YouTuber bag. So I keep all my supplies in there, everything together, everything that I use for my videos. And they wanted me to put it in this bag, but it didn't want me to say anything yet because it was going to give me the verse. And it gave me the verse, and it was on the back of this card, clear as day, spelled out, just like Psalms on here. It says Psalms 13. And I was like, that is so, look at God. Like, when he do it, because my birthday falls on the 13th of March. So, and I was born Friday the 13th. I am proud of that. I know a lot of people wouldn't be, but I am. And is. If anybody know what Friday the 13th originally meant, it was a divine feminine day. It was a day that women got their powers exalted. Friday is also Venus Day, so if it landed on the 13th, it gave women even more power. Not to mention, women have 13 cycles in a year, so 13 is very prevalent. Also, we originally was supposed to have 13 zodiacs. I believe it was Odious or Oduous, something like that. I think it has like a weird U shape with, it almost looked like a sistrum. It resembles a sistrum, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. I'm gonna post it later on the page, so y'all will see what I'm talking about. But there was a 13th zodiac sign that was originally in the group of zodiacs. Why it got pulled out, that I have not uncovered yet. I will do my research and maybe we'll talk about it later down the line, because I do have a couple people who would like for me to start diving more into the astro or the astrology aspect of my life and theirs. They want me to. I don't feel like I'm comfortable enough to teach astrology yet, but I know a lot. So like I said, I use my natal chart just to even help me uncover my life and see what my lessons were and what I need to learn, just to help, you know, expedite to get me to where I am now. So without my natal chart, I would not be here, because I'm sorry, I love my parents, but they've just been running in circles. They've been running in circles. Oh, what's the song? Oh, This Is Love. My kids was singing this song, so they was like into it this morning on the way to school. They were just head in the air like love this song. So maybe love is the message, okay? Love is the message. But I want to read this Psalms to you guys. And I know for a fact this message was definitely for me when I first saw it, and I got home in my driveway, and I was like, I gotta pull this out. And I read it, and I said, oh my God, if this ain't a message for me, like, my God, thank you. I needed this. So I know for a fact someone else in my collective need this. You can slow this video down, use the little they call that thing the little dial up in the corner, and slow the video down if you need to. Put the captions on so that you can write this stuff down. I'm gonna try to read as clear as possible so that the captions read this properly. Okay, Psalm 13. How long wilt thou forget me, O Lord? Forever? How long will thou hide thy face from me? How long shall I take counsel in my soul, having sorrow in my heart daily? How long shall my enemy be exalted over me? Consider and hear me, O Lord, my God. Lighten my eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death, lest my enemies say, I have prevailed against him. And those that trouble me rejoice when I am moved. But I have trusted in thy mercy. My heart shall rejoice in thy salvation. I will sing unto the Lord, because he hath dealt bountifully with me. You can read this psalm, and what I love about this book is it give you like things you can read it for. And at the beginning of it, you literally have like a whole list of things, and you can go straight to the psalm, okay? But I'm gonna read to y'all what it's for, or what you can read it for. And these aren't like in stone. If you want to just read it, just to read it, even if you're grateful and you're happy, you want to just read any psalm for anything, you can. But I say try to stick to what that psalm is for, because these psalms were created for God's people, for chosen ones, to be able to bring that hedge of protection on themselves. Also, they're spells, so you can use them as your incantations when you're doing anything. Candle work, magic work, the whole 9 yards. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm a professional in that crap. I am not. But I can tell you what I've done with it for myself, and I can tell you that they work. Just that simple. I'm gonna give y'all one good example before I read this. I wanted negative energy out of my job, and I printed out a hand with sage, and it lit with the smoke coming off of it. And on that hand, I added 2 arrows with that crossed, because I put each one at a doorway. I think I put Psalm 13. Did I? I gotta look and see which psalm I put on there, and it might have been Psalm 13 that I put on that hand. Not, dang, I don't got my work bag. If I had my sketchbook, I could have showed it to y'all, because I have it on the back of a book that I keep in my work bag, so I keep it on me. But I had put that psalm, I put a psalm on there, And then I also put the Hamesa, I put the evil eye, and the Om symbol on that hand. And I kid you not, as long as them hands was up on them doors at work, the negative shit stayed the fuck away. And I love my new boss, so I'm not like dogging her or nothing like that. But the moment my new boss came in, she seen them, she kind of freaked out. And she took them all down. And then all the little chaos bitches came back. And I said, you took down the darn sage. The moment you took down the sage, you messed up, because it let them back in. But neither, I have not put them back up. Unfortunately, her path led for her to have to handle that herself. I couldn't handle that for her. I couldn't put them back up, but I kept one for myself. She wanted me to put them back up though, and I was like, I can't. Like, now you pulled them down, my guys are like, absolutely not. We're not about to do that over again. My guys are like, forget it. She can do it herself now. So that was the end of that. But I kept her in prayer, and it ended up working out. So you can read this for ease of dependency and depression, and you can read it for in times of trial, and you can do it to protect from unnatural death. Now, for me, all three of them resonated in September. I ain't even gonna hold you. All three of them resonated in September. So I was kind of like, I wonder why God brought it to me after September was over. But I think the reason why the Spirit presented that to me after September was over, so then I don't take the wounds of September forward with me. In so many words, he was letting me know, like, hey, you're freed from this. You don't have to keep dwelling on that. You're free from it. You're good. You've overcame. You're fine. We got you. Just go ahead and relax and enjoy the rest of your days, because good times are coming. So, with love being that song that my kids was singing this morning, and Psalms 13, I feel like the message for the collective, for my rosebuds today, is to just live in the frequency of love. Find something that you can love every day, no matter what it is, no matter what season you're in, no matter if you're with someone, no matter if you're not with someone. Find something to love, because life is so short. And my mom, it's so funny, my mom, since her cancer diagnosis, has been literally doing the most for my kids. It's been good to see, but I'm like, Mom, you don't have to do that. Like, your love is enough. But it for her, it comforts her to do the most for my kids. And I'm not gonna hold you. I'm glad this song came, and I'm actually gonna send it to my mama and tell her to pray it every day. Because you should pray it every morning. Actually, one of those instructions that you use it for tells you to wake up in the morning daily and pray it. But you need to find a reason to love something. It don't have to be, things don't have to be in the right condition for you to find something to love. And that is one of the pivotal things about manifesting, is you cannot wait until the conditions is right to hope for something. You have to hope for it as if you already are living in it. So you need to already feel the feelings of, oh, my mom's healed, and that's how I wake up every day. Like, my mom's already healed. That's why I'm telling her, like, you don't have to buy all that stuff. You're fine. You're fine. Like, that's what, Mom, you're healed. You're good. And I honestly feel like, because she says she's been doing the soursop teas and everything I've been telling her, I feel like the small little diagnosis she had, I feel like it may go into remission. Now, I got a strong feeling it will. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. However, I can't control my mom's inner state. I feel she'll be fine, but at the same time, that's an energetic feeling. So her spirit will always be fine. And that's probably why I'm feeling that. But that doesn't mean that my mom may internally feel like she's fine. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. If I'm confusing you and you need me to clarify, comment below. I have no problem clarifying. But you have to already assume the feeling. That is the law of assumption. That's why I don't know if you guys watched my video a couple videos back where I said the reason why I was fussing and busting in regards to what was going on with my money is because I didn't like the feeling. So what I did is I changed how I felt, and I said, help me find joy in this situation. And I kid you not, I felt so much better by that afternoon just from that quick switch of my mindset. I felt joy by the afternoon just from picking up my kids and seeing them happy about school. And I'm not saying that I didn't dive back into emotional turmoil after that day, but by me actually finding that frequency of joy, anytime those negative thoughts and beliefs come up, I'm like, how do I find joy in that situation? And that's how I've been keeping myself afloat these last couple of days, weeks, this last month, like literally. So I want my rosebuds to really hold on to that, is to find the easiest frequency for you to obtain. I kid you not, the moment I said, oh my God, because I asked my higher self or my future self, how does it feel to be where you are, to be the Kim that has it all? And she didn't give me an answer right away, but in that moment of distress, and I know I said this in another video, all I could say to myself was, I don't like this feeling. I need to switch it. Like I was conscious enough to know that. And I'm going to tell y'all now, Rosebuds, if you're at the beginning of your journey, this switch, this mental switch is not going to come easy, because we've been so conditioned and used to dialing into negativity and all the chaos. You're not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. It will take time. You may go a year or two with having the negative thoughts, spiraling into depression, spiraling into your anxiety, before you have the muscle power in your mind to say, okay, stop. This is just a feeling. This is coming from within. Unfortunately, the way our society has conditioned us and has made us is it made us to feel like our feelings come from things outside of us. They basically have taught us to not have control over our feelings, and that's definitely not the case. You have control over your feelings. They are from within, and that's what I tell my kids at the jail when I get to talk to them. Those feelings come from within. If you keep letting things outside of you control you, you are going to sabotage your life even when you're not trying to. And I am only living proof of that. Like, I could tell y'all right now how many times things was going good and I self-sabotaged. It's too many, like too many. But the moment I started controlling my feelings and I realized how much my internal environment was controlling my external environment, I switched that shit. And I promise you, like, with my money troubles, I kid you not, I thought that I literally lost all my shit. I checked my freaking retirement account. My money was, and it was money in that bitch. My money was there. Okay, it was there. And I said, well, look at God. Now I can pay off my semester. Am I out the water just yet? No, not yet. But that's the biggest turnaround I've ever had coming from a money struggle. Like, I've been in money struggles before, even when I was married. And I promise you, the turnaround went never that quick. Never. And I know the only reason it was that quick was all because I decided to find joy in the moment of despair. And I tuned into my future self. Like, I know for a fact, I got money. I'm not broke. Like, I just held that frequency. I had take pleasure. I have joy in being able to provide for myself and my kids, being able to pay my bills on time. I take pride in that. I have joy in that. It's fun for me to know that I'm able to pay my bills and I don't have to struggle. It's fun for me to know that I don't need to be on food stamps. Matter of fact, the other day, I was trying to sign my daughter up for Beachbrook, so then she had people to talk to and can meet other kids with autism. And the lady was like, is she on Medicaid? And I was like, no. She was like, oh, she doesn't qualify. I was like, well, look at God. I take joy in that. That's joy for me to know that I am a sufficient enough woman to provide so well for myself and my kids that we don't have to be on Medicaid. Would I love to be and don't have to pay for insurance? You got darn gone right I would. But at the same time, like, I had to even come to this conclusion when I was on food stamps. The moment you lose them, that's not bad. When you lose them, that means you've elevated. Your income has elevated. And I was like, you know what? Lord, keep increasing my territory. I take joy in making more money, God. Keep enlarging my territory. Let me go ahead and lose these food stamps. If I lose them, that means I'm going up. I'm going up. And that's how, Rosebuds, I really want y'all to look at life. And when you are in despair, when you are in moments of doubt, when you are in moments that just really test your faith, find a brighter side. Find something that you could be happy about that just make you say to yourself, no, this is really good. This is a good sign. This is a chance for mastery. This is a chance for me to look and see how great I've done in other areas. This area might not be great, but this area is. And another thing, because I heard this early this morning, God's been waking me up at 3:30 every morning, y'all. I promise y'all. I've been knocked the hell out by 9 and up by 3:30. And I heard it in the video, and it said the moment you start manifesting certain things, or I affirm this, you affirm that, the universe is going to send you tests to see if you can handle the vibration of that manifestation. And the best way to show that you can handle the vibration of that manifestation is to stay on the frequency at which you already are the person that has it. That's the best way to pass the test. That's how I've been passing tests. When I took my TEAS test for nursing school, the night before I did mirror work, I said, you are already a fucking RN, sis. You got it. You already an RN. You didn't graduated already. You took your NCLEX. How'd you do it? That's literally how I did my mirror work. How'd you do it? And I went to sleep, and that next morning, I kid you not, I passed it. And I even received a test in the moment from the universe that showed me, oh, look, you took it back at Central University or Central School of Nursing 14 years ago and failed and passed it. Now what? 14 years later and passed it. And baby, look better than I did 14 years ago. Like, stop playing. Stop playing. You know, you got to be like that. You got to be so delulu and stand on business when it comes to this manifestation crap, and when it comes to just homing in on your own energy, that no matter the test, you don't waver. That is the trick of it all, is to not waver off your frequency. That's what they mean. Don't waver. Don't come off your frequency. If you desire to be happy in the future, be happy now. Find ways to be happy no matter what the fuck is going on. No matter what the fuck is going on. At my job, when I was working first shift, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be a little stressful. I played Afrobeats music every day when I came in. They called me Club Pharmacy. And it got me through first shift. Okay? And then eventually I started to love first shift. And then when I looked, night shift opened back up and I was back on nights. So, I've gotten to a place where I find joy where I am, and then all of a sudden things start just opening up. Like, even with love, like, I'm content where I am. I really am. Like, I've found so much joy in the place and where I am internally. Like, I found joy in dating. I've had a blast to the point now where I'm like, I really don't care if I get married or not. I've had that much fun. I've had that much fun. Now, granted, if you want to get to that place and you might be battling the mental like I was at first, well, I don't want to get complacent, or I don't want to get so complacent that I accept a long-time boyfriend. No, you have boundaries in place. Even though you're content where you are, if someone come in and they're pursuing you, which is what a man is supposed to do, you don't have to settle for a long-time girlfriend. You can still hold those boundaries accountable, but you let them know, like, if you don't do it, I'm okay with that. Like old girl said, I don't ask the wrong questions. I just ask the wrong y'all get my drift. So let's do a quick pull. I'm so glad our reading didn't get hijacked today, because that hijacking that happened yesterday, oh baby, I don't know what man, karmic man, be trend, or men. It actually may be more than one. Keep trying to tap in, tap out. We're not with it. We don't want it. Tap out. Sorry. We are all for love and light over here. Like, we need love and light. We need sun over here. We ain't with that dark shit. Go handle that. Find God. You know what I'm saying? Work it out. We not with that over here. We not. We need things that's going to keep us peaceful, loving, okay, and happy and joyful over here. We don't need nothing lowering our frequency at all. Do y'all hear me? At all. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Failure is not really failure. It's an illusion. It's an opportunity to learn. Self-esteem at the bottom of the deck. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. That's what failure brings. It brings you an opportunity for mastery. That's what I was telling my daughter when she was like, I'm mad that I keep failing everything. I said, do you know what an F means? And she was like, no. I said, it's a fantastic opportunity for you to master something. And she was like, oh. I'm like, yeah, you're not failing. You have an opportunity to master something. This flew on the floor. Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. What did I say? Be in love. Trust. At the bottom of the deck, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Yes. I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. You guys, this is the perfect opportunity for you all. I'm going to read this little book. I found this in my baby stuff. We're going through her stuff and we're getting rid of stuff. And I found this in her little book. It's a little prayer thing. But this is the perfect opportunity to, here we go. 1 Corinthians 5:16-18. Be joyful always, pray continuously, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ consciousness, is what I'm going to say. Christ consciousness. In all circumstances. You got to hold that Christ consciousness. Well, Rosebuds, I'm about to take my walk. I finally got back to the beach. My poor baby left her homework folder at home. So I went and got it before I came back and decided to come and do this reading. But I love you guys to the room. Hey, listen, if you're having blubber mouth, you're going through an ascension, and so you're glitching the matrix type shit. I know a lot of folks don't believe in that, but I promise you, if you're one that's not really short of words and you're starting to be short of words, there's nothing wrong with you. You're fine. You're going through an ascension process. Go through it gracefully. Check the description box below. Like, share, ring that bell so you know when I post. Okay? Look at my offerings. I love you guys to the moon and back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new, the moment you hit subscribe, you are officially a rosebud and you are a part of this community. I love you to the moon and back.